All right, all right. I'm trying to jump straight into it, you know. Straight into it. I'll give it a little second or two. All right, all right. Listen, I'm here. One Piece, chapter 1163. Okay, I think the stream is not skipping anymore. I think we're good to go as far as I'm concerned. Okay. If the stream keeps skipping, I might do a little reboot. 'Cause from what I could see, it might be a little issue with my bit rate right now. You know what? Before I let this go any further, let's start it over. It's like 2 minutes in. Let's start the stream over right now, real quick. Wait, no. We might be straight, actually. I almost did that too soon. I think we're good now, right? We should be pretty like consistent right now. Yeah, right now we're pretty okay. Okay, okay. All right, so One Piece chapter 1163. We're back for another chapter like every week. Oh, let me make this go a little full screen. I want this a little full screen. Here we go. Boom. Looks the same for you. Not for me. So yeah, it's a little bit of skipping, but it's all right. We're gonna ignore it because it should be fine. But the chapter is titled "Promise." Okay, chapter 1163, titled "Promise." All right, my bad. I got sidetracked. I had to just back one more time on the stream. We're straight. So we got Luffy playing on the roof with some monkeys. I don't know what's on the monkey's head. Cool. We got Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey Man Luffy playing with some monkeys. Okay. And he's on the roof with these little monkeys. And they're jumping around. And it's people below. Look like they're cheering the monkeys on. Like, hey, yeah, go. And they're like, waving at them. There might be a kid. I don't know. Might be some kids down there. But they all got shirts that say cool on them. And Luffy with his signature number, what is that, 56? 56. Right. So it says reader's request. Luffy doing parkour all over town with white gibbons by Tosakazu. So let's get straight into the chapter, bro. No playing around. As we know, last chapter, Emu, the world manifested. So, Saint Saturn, with this thing on his back. They said, Saint Saturn, why do you look like that? Are those devil fruit powers? Are those devil fruit powers? Nuisances. And then you see Saturn's. Oh, that's kind of crazy. So I was always wondering, like, damn, like, how is this tendril, like, so deadly? How was one leg so deadly? Bro, his leg is like the fucking tattoo, the flame tattoo part of his leg. Let me see if I can, like, capture it a little bit in the panel. The flame tattoo part of his leg, as you can see in the top left. Those unravel. The tattoos peel off of his body. The black peels off of his body. I guess the black has become Emu, right? And then he's stabbing people with those legs, right? And by the way, before I keep reading, let me just say, every chapter I always say what I know, what I've seen. This time around, as far as spoilers go, I just said fuck it. I said fuck it like on, was it Tuesday? I said, dang, it's gonna be so long. I actually seen one spoiler anyway. So I kind of know the big spoiler. I don't know all the specifics of this chapter. Like, as we go, I might point it out anyway. So hey, let me just keep reading. So the tentacles are coming out of the leg. Boom, Marine getting stabbed. He said, huh? Oh, whoa. They said, aye. Why? Why is it attacking the Navy? Who saw it on? I don't know why I gave him that voice, that the guy with the tooth in his mouth. Who saw it on? And then we got the tendril wrapping around. Somebody said nobody saw it. And you got Emu just this black mass in the background of like darkness with tendrils and spider legs, like a demon. And then somebody with a beard said, all units withdraw. Keep your distance. Oh, they all screaming this shit. Okay, God Valley is getting thrashed, bro. God, do not attack. Secure an escape route. Roger said, hey, get up, guys. They said, ow, it hurts, but it's so fascinating. They said, what are you talking about? Can't believe what it did to my crew. Gabon, give these. Wait, hold on. Is that what Roger said? Oh, okay, no, yeah, that's what Roger said. He said, hey guys, get up. And they on the ground. They said, ow, it hurts, but it's so fascinating. He said, what are you talking about? He said, can't believe what it did to my crew. So he told Gabon, give these guys backup. Take some treasure and split. And Gabon said, not again. You better not get yourself in trouble. Okay. They playing around out here. They're like, he already know Roger about to go off and he's about to get into some action. He better start some problems somewhere. A couple of problems somewhere with somebody. So then we got Garp over here. Oh shit, Garp yoking somebody up. He said, what's going on here? What is that monster? It's, I don't know. Saint Saturn just started transforming before our eyes. He said, the five elders, huh? Never seen them before. Looks about right for the kind of freak who sit atop of those maggots. They said, Vice Admiral Garp. What is that? I don't even know what that means. I think that's 11A. Oh shit, they speaking some pig Latin. Ixnay on the Andersley. That's what they said. They said Ixnay on the Andersley. I didn't know what the fuck that read. I thought he was trying to like say a Roman numeral out loud, like that's his rank. 1X. But no, he said Vice Admiral Garp, Ixnay on the Andersley. I don't know what are they trying to say. I hate who the fuck translated this shit, bro. See, that's my fucking problem with sometimes. Like, let me not spaz out. Like, so what the fuck? Like, I understand. Okay, Ixnay, he's saying to, like, lay off, stop talking about the. But what the heck? What the fuck is Andersley? Like, what is he? I don't know, bro. These dudes, man. I swear to God, Ixnay on the Andersley. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So anyway, I guess he's trying to tell Garp. Man, whatever, dude. Anyway. Hey, you, king of the bile rats. Did I say that right? Okay, yeah, this Garp talking to Emu. Damn, that yo, Emu is looking crazy. Hold on, bro. Do you see that? Yeah, I can see that in the background a little bit. Look at this dude, just spider legs. Just standing down there like. He said, hey, you, king of the bilge rats. King of the bilge rat. Am I reading that? I don't think I've seen that word before. B-I-L-G-E. Okay, he said, you're here to kill me, aren't you? Emu said, so it was thee, Davy Jones. Davy Jones. With the Davy bones. He said, you've got the wrong guy. I've never even met him. However, promises are meant to be kept. Which is exactly why thy kind must be erased from history. Emu out here wilding. He said, yeah, I already know. That's why you gotta go. Okay, so he called him Davy Jones. See, I knew about that. I said I was gonna confirm the things I heard about in spoilers. Okay, I did hear about that. I heard that Emu calls rocks Davy Jones. Okay. I got something more to say about that later. We're gonna get on that on the post reading. Okay, right. So he said, "Yeah, you got the wrong guy. Never met him, but promises are meant to be kept." He's trying to keep that promise. Emu said, "Yo, listen, which is exactly why thy kind must be erased from history. My world is still incomplete." Ah, tune. Okay, he's swinging. Okay, yo, okay, that's a nice panel. Rocks dodging. He said, my world is still incomplete. He said, it ain't your world. He swung at him. Okay, he broke one of Saturn's legs off, chopped it off, okay? But that's not gonna matter, right? Well, you know, Saturn's immortal. So, Rocks is, I don't know, he got a lot of stuff to do right now, okay? It's a lot of work for him. He said, look at Rocks. He dares attack Saint Saturn? Should we offer help, Rear Admiral? I don't know. Who's that? Of course we're helping out. Move it. Vice Admiral Garp. Oh shit, Garp pulling up. They said, huh? Wait a second. Helping out which side? Helping out which side? What you mean? It's Garp. They said, should we offer help? Of course we're helping out. Wait, hold on. Helping out who? That's what they had to ask Garp. Well, hold on, Garp. What you mean? Helping out who? They, like, you know, Rocks is losing. Our guy's winning. That's Saint Saturn, right? The big demon. That's Saint Saturn, right? He's winning. So who are you about to help, Garp? What do you mean? Of course we're gonna help. So we go over here. I guess the other scene, right? Another scene, a different scene. The pirates are making off with the treasure. Stop them. Those are world-class valuables. Somebody got a whole wheelbarrow with his homies on the back of the wheelbarrow. They swinging a mace, shooting guns. I don't even know, like, what crew is whose crew is these boys on? Like, there's other pirate crews here too, right? Am I just tripping? Or is that a part of that a bigger part of Rocks? I don't know. We're gonna find out. It says wild out there. Who's that? Oh, that's Captain John. That's Captain John's boys. Okay, so yeah. See, we found that already. That's Captain John's boys. So they're running through with some world-class valuables, you know. And we got Captain John over here drinking, glugging on the slugging. Okay, however that sounded. They said, just say the word, Captain John. He said, so long, rocks pirates. And we got Dragon running here, holding a baby. We already know who that baby is. It's a red-headed baby. That baby head is red. It's a red baby. Okay, listen. They said, what's that? He said, no, this Dragon. He said, what's happening over there? I hear screaming. The baby screaming. It's like, wah. Okay. He says it's a Navy ship to the trees. They'll be able to protect the child. He ran in there. Okay. He jumped into the Navy ship, I think. Let's go to the next panel. He jumped somewhere. He's like jumping down. It's not. That's not too clear, honestly, because he's running. Oh wait. It says tug. So an explosion, I think, of hockey is pushing him. It's not super clear yet. Okay. Like, this is not me not being able to comprehend it. I'm telling you, like, he's running. He said, oh, there. A Navy ship through the trees. They'll be able to protect the child. He's running. And then a tug happens. In that left panel to your left, the tug happens. He's like, huh? Nani? A tug happens, and it looks like I see some, like, black lightning coming off of his cape right there. The Dragon is getting tugged, it seems like. Hold on. Maybe I could have just, like, went to the next page and found out, right? So somebody's flying. Oh, this Dragon, I think. He said, whoa, he's flying. They said, oh, come back here, treasure chest. They said, all the metal is reacting to something. It's being pulled away from us. Uh-oh. And we got Captain John magnetizing. He said, Big Eater. The Big Eater. Is that the name of Punk? Oh, not Punk. I almost called him Punk. You know, is that the name of kids? Devil Fruit? I never thought about what his Devil Fruit was called. I didn't know it was called Big Eater. I'm pretty sure it's a different name, right? I'm gonna have to research that after this. But John said, Big Eater. He yelled that shit out loud. Come to me, my treasures. He's stealing all the treasure. They said, that's Captain John's magnet power. There's a powerful pull coming from the southeast entrance of the valley. And then we got Roger pulling up. He said, move it, let them figure that out. Roger. Stupid John. Some big dude, what's his name? I almost called him Jesus Burgess. Nah, that's Jesus. He's on Blackbeard's crew. What's this dude's name? I forgot. This big dude on the left right here. I forgot his name. That's on Blackbeard's crew. Sky Snake Red Cannon. Threw that shit at Captain John. That's a flick. This nigga flicking his pinky. Oh wait, no, hold on. He flicking boogers. No. He got the booger fruit. He just flicked the booger at him. Hold on, he just flicked the booger at the dude. I think he just flicked the booger at the dude. Hold on. I think, what was that dude's name? Oh shit, the dude. Oh fuck, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The dude who could flick boogers. Okay, I think he got the booger know me. Boogie Bum, Stupid John, Red Snake, Sky Cannon, whatever the hell the move is called. He flicked a booger at the nigga. Okay, boom. Kaboom. Big ass explosion. Captain John got clapped. Okay, I thought Captain John, anybody with kids' fruit is cursed to be a fool, bro. I thought Captain John was nicer than that. Okay. He said, Big Eater, come to me, my treasures, and he got blown up with a booger. Okay. Now, Dragon is getting flung through the air with all the treasure because he got pulled. I don't know what's on him. Oh, his gun is metal. His gun was getting pulled by the magnet, right? So he flung over. Oof! He hit his back on the ground, protected the baby. Baby neck could have been fucked up, but he got him. He protected the baby. Who's that golden lion Shiki? He's running up. He said, Ganzui, why did you shoot John? Oh, Ganzui, that's his name. He said, do you really think he's going to split that treasure with us? Each of those chests is worth at least 1 billion berries. Shiki said, a billion? A bill? He said anyone want to keep it all to himself. Shiki looking, turned around like, what the fuck? Making a face. Oh, because he heard dum this Garp running through. They said, you can't, Vice Admiral. That's the supreme authority of the government up there. What? That vermin? He don't care. Dragon said, let me try 2 rocks. Big Mom said, damn it, Kaido. Wait right there. He about to get mollywopped. She flying on Zeus. She's swinging on over. Oh, hold on. Wait. This is accidental. Triple clap back. Sovereign. This is accidental impact. Devere, Divine, Rhine, Jine, Dragon, Clap, Severe, Golganti. Oh my god, they doing everything, bro. Chaka Hakulaka, Pandemonium. Okay, wait. First of all, let me properly do this right. So Garp is running in, like I said. Dragon, let me try 2 rocks, cause Rocks is already over there. Okay, yeah, Rocks is already over there swinging, right? Rocks is already over there swinging. We got Whitebeard and Dragon looking at him. Big Mom flying up from behind Kaido said, I'm gonna kill you. And he said, what, are you jealous? Check this out. He charging up his dragon breath. You see Whitebeard charging up his attack. You see Rocks swinging already still. And then you see Roger going in because he's seen the demon too. He said, I'm gonna swing at this fucking beast. He said, that's my quarry, Garp. And then Garp said, Galaxy. He ain't hear none of that. Impact, Divine Departure, Pandemonium, Chocohaku, Dragon, Igoku Sovereignty. Boom. All the attacks. Who the fuck is using? Oh, that's Big Mom using Ikoku Sovereignty. Okay. So she's shooting a big ass attack, bro. Okay. Oh, damn. They doing everything. I'm going to take a screenshot of that after this. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice looking panel scheme, too. It's like, it's a little skewed to the side. I don't know if, man, when the last time I seen Oda do a panel like this? Like, he don't do action panels too often. That's why. He don't really be doing action panels too often. He has action happen within, you know what I mean, the panels. But this is an action panel. Like the framing of it, the shot, how this shit's bent. Like, got that shit dynamic. Emu got a hole blown through him. That nigga's fucked up. Whole body gone, spent, turned to dust. But wait, he reformed. They hear, all you hear is boom, big ass explosion. Everybody screaming, God, ah. People passing up, big ass hockey explosion. So all those attacks built up energy. All those attacks built up energy on Emu's body, apparently. And that's what it seems like. Big ass hockey explosion. Marines passing out, hitting the ground. What's going on over there? Armageddon or something? Look at all the chests. Pick them up. Yeah, haha. Rayleigh's always got his eye on the prize. Never forget a pirate's true calling. So Rayleigh's running around holding Shaki like, yo, get them fucking chests. Pick them up, man. We need that. And this guy, he looked familiar. I can't think of who he is. The goggles on his head. Okay. What if he was the father of a kid? That'd be wild. But who's this guy? Okay, this is Dragon on the ground. This is all insane. Breathing all heavy. I need to at least save the baby. He's holding a piece of wood. How did he get a yo? Come on, Dragon. I knew it was gonna be something. I think I said it before because like I did the thing where I threw out multiple scenarios. I said like, yo, he's either gonna like it's gonna be on purpose, like he's gonna hurry up and scramble and hide the baby away because he's about to like get in danger or something, or danger's happening, or he's gonna get separated from the baby on the island. Or he's just gonna simply hand it over to somebody. That's what I said. Those three options. He got separated. But how the hell do you land on your back holding a baby? And then when you open your eyes, you're holding a broken log of wood. How does that happen, bro? Come on, Dragon. Come on, Dragon. I know you shook up, but come on, man. But he looked at the piece of wood. He said, what? That nigga yelled loud as hell. He's yelling. What? Where'd he go? The baby's crawling. And he's in that pile of stuff that Dragon is laying next to anyway. He's laying right next to it. The baby's crawling. He sees some little shiny stuff in the treasure chest. He starts reaching in the box. Okay? Little baby Janks. We already know who that is, right? Next panel, next scene. Emu deflated, withering away like a little string covered with mud. He looks like a string covered with mud, just droopy, dripping with whatever the hell his body's made out of. He's trying to reform. Okay. And then he's you okay? We got in the bottom. We got Kaido arguing with Big Mom. In the background, he said, I can't spit out what I've already eaten. She said, give me money then. She trying to rob the nigga. Okay, so he's gonna owe her for that devil fruit for a while. I feel like, I don't know, he might just ignore her. We'll see. That's why they be that's why they're bickering and they got a lot of beef in the future, I guess, right? He stole that devil fruit. They never ended. She said she's always saying you owe me, right, for that devil fruit. So she wrote that down as like, you took my devil fruit, you owe me. That's mine. So we got Emu saying, I can see them running through the distant forest. Oh. Garp said my blow did the trick. Roger said, no, it was mine. Davey. Man, XEBEC said, hey, what are you talking about? Because he said, I can see them running through the forest. He said, new Davies, a woman and child, striving so very hard to live, a pestilence that must not be unleashed upon the world. And then we see little baby Blackbeard and his, heiress. Okay. He said, whatever you're thinking, don't do it. And then Garp was looking up like, huh? Because you hear boom, 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 boom. I don't know how that boom is supposed to sound. You hear boom, boom. He chopping. Okay, Rocks chop Emu in pieces. He said, whatever you were thinking, don't do it. And he said, moo, I will do nothing. So he's not referring to he's not saying we. He's not saying we will do nothing. He says moo, or he's referring to himself as moo. Moo, emu, or moo, I will do nothing. And then he stabbed Brox with his little tendrils. Oh no. He said, what is this? It doesn't even hurt. It doesn't really hurt though. I think it actually doesn't hurt. I think it actually doesn't hurt. He said, what is this? It doesn't even hurt. And he's thinking, I guess. There's no blood that he coughed up or nothing. That shit doesn't really hurt. He said, thou wilt end thy own bloodline. Slaughter thy wife and child. He said, what? Are you crazy? I'm not gonna. Dome reverse. And then the fangs start popping out. yeah, he's going demon mode. And then you see little baby Teach looking ugly as if crying, and then Eris running away. Damn, man, damn. See, I knew about this though. That's the second thing I knew about. So I only knew about a couple things. I knew about him turning. I knew about him being referred to as Davy. I actually didn't know about the team attack. Sharp. I knew a couple things, but it's not the same as seeing it all. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take some screenshots. Just bear with me for a second. I'm gonna take a couple screenshots, and this is the point in the video where I'm going to talk about the chapter I just read, and then chop that part of the stream out and upload it as a video. So I'm basically about to make a video in real time on the stream. So bear with me for a second as I take these screenshots. And I'm not going anywhere, so, you know, it's perfect. Like, thing, because I want to get my thoughts together, but, you know, because I'm about to talk all in one go. I'm going to say something to, you know, to the empty space, anybody listening while I'm taking these screenshots. Let me just say, first of all, Emu. I think Emu can really just, like, I think Emu's real body might not even exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? He might just exist as a being of pure hockey. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck he's made out of this, like letting him dome reverse everybody. Rat King's calling him the Rat King. That I guess that's symbolizing how he like uses people, and he has like a lot of you know, rats on his side to fight with. He's stronger with the other rats. You know what I'm saying? That sort of concept. Let me take these screenshots a little quicker. I definitely want this. Quick part video of the stream, I mean. You hurry up real quick. And I gotta take the screenshots in a way where I do not get copyright when I show everything finally. Okay. It's crazy, like, so like the fact that this happened to Dumb and Reverse happened on the island, this kind of gives more credence to the idea or the question, I guess I should say, of like, why has nobody ever made any sort of hints about it? I know the answers obviously, because Oda just simply didn't think of it, right? I'm sure like he can write actual like in story reason also, so that's not always just the end all be all. That's not like a cop out answer, or let me not say the word cop out, but That's not always the excuse or the reason. Let me just leave that reason. It's not always the reason, okay? But hey, whatever. What happened, happened. Well, let me do one more thing, okay, before I start this video. All right, here we go. I got some good background footage while I talk about this. All right, here we go. We had the wrong audio anyway. One Piece, chapter 1163. Okay, first of all, cover. I like it. Okay. Monkey D. Luffy swinging around, jumping on the roofs with the monkeys. It's amazing. Who doesn't like it? Who wouldn't like it? I think the penguins is still my favorite cover photo. I'm not going to lie to anybody here. Top cover. Okay. So the chapter starts off where the last one left off, as do most chapters. And Saint Saturn is towering over the entire battlefield in the middle of God Valley in the center of the island. Okay. And what does he say? Nuisances. Okay. And I was surprised to see the tattoos, okay, like kind of unravel. That shit was kind of crazy. Didn't expect that. And not only does he do that, but he uses them to attack his own crew. So, I mean, not his own crew, his own army, his own team, allies, right? The Marines. This is what he's using it for. And that's kind of like not a surprise, but what follows next is more of a surprise because Garp kind of gets his stripes and stuff like that here. Okay. And I know, before I keep going right here, let me just say, I know Garp has been a big thing for me, and I know I've seen a lot of other people questioning it and wondering too, but Garp, I needed a better reason for him to stay where he is, for him to be a Marine still, and for him to not want to be changing anything, and not using his power to change more after he sees and knows the extent of what the Celestial Dragons and the world government and the Navy has done. Like everything they've done and can do and will do. After he's seen all of that, like, you know, watching Dragon go through it, it's kind of, and you know, I don't even know the word. What's the word? Like, it's kind of like it's highlighted it even more. It's made it a bigger question than it ever was. Because it's like, yo, Garp, that's his father. You know, Dragon's father is Garp. Dragon at a young age is going through a situation similar to something that Garp probably has. Now, apparently, you know, he's never seen Emu before, and he probably Garp didn't know that they were killing people and doing all this sort of shit to this extent, like they're doing on God Valley, because he's made comments like that already, like, yo, I didn't know all of this was going on. So maybe you can give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe his marine life was completely different. We'd have to see Dragon's marine life from a little bit earlier, and we'd have to see Garp's marine life from around Dragon's age. But before I digress too far, yeah, my whole point is Garp and the way he acts in the chapter, and seeing these injustices and saying, like, fuck that, I'm just gonna do what Garp does and act upon my own justice. It's a little redeeming for his character and like his point of view and all of this, right? I still would like to know more, but like I said, I digress. So they're all getting attacked by Emu, and the Marines tell them to withdraw, so they don't even know what to do. And even some of Roger's crew is getting attacked by Emu. Okay, Roger tells them to get up, get out of here. Gabon, help them guys, get out of here. I'm going in. So Roger wants to fight Emu. Okay, he wants to take a swing at him. He wants to fight him. And obviously he's gonna encounter the big three of this era when he goes over there. So, well, I don't know what's going on in my background video. Ignore that. So, you, the King of Rats, that title right there, I've heard a couple people mention something similar, because when I seen it, I kind of thought like, yo, I know a couple of Rat King concepts being used in different pieces of fiction and media, and they all kind of have a similar effect, or like what do you say, they're similar use in the story, right? So when he's talking about Emu being a Rat King, and I immediately thought the same thing I've seen people say in videos already, so it's not like I'm acting like I thought of this first. But the idea of Emu being this being or this creature that like kind of relies on support of the fellow quote unquote rats for power, like he alone isn't strong. He needs this system of like how he has all these puppets and things under his control and all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's why he has power, because so many people have bent the knee to him. I don't know. It could be a whole thing like that. So maybe we're going to find more out about this Rat King thing, or maybe it's not really a big thing at all. Maybe he's just calling him that because he's living in the shadows. I don't know, but I doubt it. I doubt that's the reason why. Okay. I like the first theory better. But anyway, Davy Jones, he calls Rocks, or XEBEC, he calls XEBEC Davy Jones, okay? And he says, you got the wrong guy. I never met him. Obviously, he's going to say that, right? So I was wondering if this whole time, if somehow XEBEC was like a reincarnation of Davy Jones. It's not like what I've been thinking this whole time, like as a guaranteed thing, but it's been a little side thought, like, hey, what if XEBEC was a reincarnation? Similar to how Luffy might be a little bit of a Joy Boy reincarnation, or at least the person that mirrors him in this era, a reincarnation in spirit. Maybe not exactly like flesh and all that sort of shit, right? But he's just the person who's like mirroring him in this era, right? But maybe he's not. Maybe it's just the will, okay? Maybe this has something to do with the will of D. I don't know, because he says the promises are meant to be kept, okay? And that's why Emu says that's exactly why your kind must be erased from my world, okay? So I think this reflects on the whole idea of the enemies of God. So you got the Davy clan and the Will of D members. The Davy clan and the Will of D aren't completely disconnected. They definitely have something to do with each other. I'm not about to speculate on here. We could do that all day. We've all seen the theories. We all got our own theories. But I think slowly, as we see Emu speak more and more, we're gonna really get those pieces, those little golden nuggets to tell us exactly what's going on here, man. Because like the Davy clan just being dropped on us like this, first of all, the big jump in like shining the light on all of these secrets that we have in the One Piece world. So, and there's a lot of things that Emu say that you can just sit and pick apart. You know, like the way he's referring to himself as he's talking about my world, and you know, like the Davy clan. Obviously, we know that's part of the ancient enemies that he has and all that. But yeah, anyway, we go here to Garp. Best moment of the chapter. The building up right here with Garp saying, "I'm going to help." They question, "Help who?" Like, you know, like our guy is winning. Like, what do you mean? We got Saturn. He's our monster. He's a monster, but he's winning. Who are you about to help? Like, you can only be helping the guy that needs it, right? So yeah, they already questioning Garp off rip. We got Captain John scheming, trying to do his own thing. I thought Captain John was gonna be better. I've been saying this the whole time. I want to see Captain John. Maybe Captain John's good. Maybe he's actually worth something. Maybe I'm just giving him too much flack, right? Lo and behold, Captain John isn't worth anything. He isn't worth shit, okay? He just has a big mouth, okay? Big eater with a big mouth. He's not worth anything. He can't do anything. He got his ass whooped. He got a booger thrown at him, okay? He got booger bombed and blown up in a comedic fashion, you know, with the whole smoke and you know, he's like all charred out and missing teeth. He might have died here, bro. Let's just keep it real. Gecko Moria found his body underneath the rubble at God Valley because Captain John he's not worth anything. And of course, it would be the guy who has the devil fruit that belongs to Captain Useless Mid. And you know, that's the name that people gave him. I love it because Kid is really useless. Okay, like I feel like Kid and Captain John both have this devil fruit for a reason. Did they get their ass whooped? And they talk like they're like hot shit the whole time, but they get their ass whooped. I don't know, maybe it's a coincidence. Who knows? But we just saw it play out. He got hit with the red snake, the sky snake red cannon booger bomb, okay? He's done. So the booger bomb blows up the whole area, and who's in the area now because of the magnetism, eh? Is Dragon holding the baby. He lands on his back holding the baby, but then somehow he ends up holding a log. We're going to get to that panel later. But as the chapter goes, you know, as I said, the moment is building up for the big three to meet, big attack to go off, because we got Big Mom back over here with Whitebeard and Kaido watching Rocks swing at Emu, because he's been just chopping him to pieces this whole time. He's just been cutting them up, you know, left and right. Emu's regenerating endlessly, as we know. So Big Mom sneaking up mad, saying I'm gonna kill you because you took the devil fruit. Everybody just so happens to start doing their attack at the same time, okay? Right? Roger finally caught up. Garp finally caught up. He was on his way there, okay? They all unleashed their attack at the same time. Now, this panel was weird, okay? This panel was a little weird, not in a bad way. I'll explain. The shit's sweet as hell. The weird part about it is the aftermath. Emu didn't just get like disembodied and blown up. Well, I mean, yeah, that did happen too, right? Look, it happened, right? He regenerated, of course, but he did get blown up a little bit. He's gonna regenerate a little bit later. But the weirdest thing about this is like all those attacks seem to like have charged or supercharged like his body with hockey or energy or something. I don't know. Like I don't understand what concept this is working with. I don't think we've ever seen this in One Piece before. This is like in Dragon Ball, if Goku put a lot of ki on his fist. This is like how when Goku punched Broly in the old school Broly movie. You just think about that. He punched Broly in the stomach and he exploded because there was so much energy in his fist. And thus the fist made his body blow up. Like that's what just happened right here, okay? There's so much hockey going on from all these big names and these big hitters, these heavy hitters. And the Dragon's Breath at that. I don't know who, like, I mean, I guess he's not hurting anybody here with that. So they don't even need to worry about the Dragon's Breath. But you got Whitebeard breaking the air, shattering space. Like, that's an explosion, okay? They made an explosion that, like, charged up. Because, like, this sound is like a charging sound. Like, zip, 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 zip. It's like charging, bro. Like, and then you see that? It's not a normal explosion sound, and it's a pillar of energy exploding. So that's some different shit. It's a blast of hockey. It's knocking people out. So hockey is being applied in different ways already. When we're seeing all these strong people do that. I've never seen nothing like that in One Piece. Like hockey making somebody's body do that. So that's already weird. But that's not enough to kill Emu, apparently. Or like hurt his body, like permanently, or scar him. You know, actually, now that I think about it, right, the explosion is kind of where Saturn's face would be. I need to see a panel of Saturn during God Valley, because he does have a scar on his face on Egghead Island, right? Did he get a scar from God Valley? Am I just like thinking too hard? Did he already have a scar on God Valley? Okay, anyway, go ahead. I might have just like made some bullshit up. But anyway, this is what I was talking about. Dragon, he's holding a log now all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened. Who replaced it? Like, who used room? Somebody used room on him. And he woke up as a failure and didn't realize he was holding a piece of wood instead of a baby in his hands. I don't know how you get done like that. Who tricked you like that, man? Like, but anyway, the baby ran off. That's how Shanks ended up in the chest. This is the big question. Okay, actually, let me talk about this for a second. This is the big question we've all been wondering. It's the big moment. Like, how the hell did Shanks end up in that chest? There's only limited options. Like, there's only so many options. But now we know it was complete fumble. Like, he literally fumbled the baby. He got thrown in the air, fell on the ground. By the time he landed on the ground and woke up, the baby's gone. Okay, he fumbled the baby. So we're getting toward the end of the chapter. I'm gonna, bear with me. This is gonna be real short. Okay. So listen, this has come full circle. The argument between Kaido and Big Mom. Yeah, there's still gaps. Mad years. A lot of time we haven't seen them, around each other. But at least it's come full circle. So later on, like when we see them in Wano, when she says, "You owe me," you owe me. I gave you a devil fruit and whatnot. She says stuff like that. Now we know exactly what she's talking about. And now you should know as the reader, because a lot of people like to take people's words verbatim when it comes to things like this in particular too. You should know when somebody says something, it can mean a little bit of something different. So when Big Mom says, "I gave you that devil fruit, you owe me," that's what she's saying to him. Like, he doesn't agree with that shit, but she's like, "No, that's my devil fruit. You took it, pay up." So she's keeping that argument going all the way up into Wano. Just that's how we got it. It's still like that. Oh, they're dead now, so they're not saying that anymore. But it was like that until they died. Okay. So Emu provoking XEBEC, saying, "I see the Davies, a woman and a child, striving so very hard to live," and he sees them running away, right? And he's provoking him. He gets rocks off his rocker, okay? He gets him a little tilted. He's mad. He says, "You're not going to do anything." He says, "You're right. I will do nothing." Dame reverse. He hits him with the move. This is what we knew. We knew this was going to happen, okay? It was just a matter of how, and like, I guess kind of like, but really they going to do that to rocks? Like, you kind of doubted it a little bit, but We knew this was going to happen, okay? And there's multiple questions to come from this, right? One, let me get this one out the way first, because before I forget it. This question of like all the people that witnessed this moment and the innocent, like not even innocent, like just the extra bystanders and stuff, right? Because there's other pirates there that aren't really major pirates, right? I'm sure there's going to be other survivors from this island outside of just like literally the main people. Like if it's just the main people, we're gonna have like a handful of people, like 5 people. So you're telling me, and hold on, I'm digressing. I'm gonna bring it back. Listen, so you're telling me only Rocks, only Roger, Whitebeard, you know, his whole crew, you know, Big Mom, Kaido, and then like 2 other people are gonna make it off the island? No, my point is, now that this has happened, Oda is probably going to have to give us a little bit of an explanation as to why nobody else out of the many people here, no word has gotten out about this shit. Why Emu has not pursued and tried to silence the people who've seen this shit. They've seen him do this. They heard him talk about, this is my world. They heard him say Davy Jones. They heard him say Moo. I'm Moo. This is me. So Oda's going to have to give us a little bit of a reason as to why Emu has never, ever pursued any of these individuals on the sort of scale that he's making it out to be in the past. Like whenever he hears or sees anybody knows anything, like he tried to kill Sabo right there. Sabo got away, you know, albeit that he got away, but like, he doesn't want anybody to know anything about any of this. Cobra finds out or utters a word or something, he kills Cobra. Like that's the modus operandi right now. So we're gonna need a little answer for that. Also, aside from that whole I guess, well, people think you know, what they call retcons immediately. It might be a retcon, might not be. We're gonna find out. But aside from that whole thing, I think that, you know, as far as theories go, I think that there's a really high chance that XEBEC is not dead. And yeah, obviously, you know, there's no reason to think he's dead yet, right? We didn't see him die. I'm talking about in the future, though, right? I think there's a chance his body could be on ice. He could still be a servant somewhere, you know. Blackbeard's gonna have to fight him. I don't know, somebody. Like, because I've said this a long time ago. I think that Emu, a part of all those frozen bodies and frozen pirates that have gone, or the pirates that have gone missing and that people have rumored to be frozen, right, on Hazard. I think that Emu, part of his skill set is like he uses an army, or he uses the bodies of ancient people who've been around forever. That's why a lot of the other people around him are seemingly unaging, right? My reason for that theory and that thought is Saturn. Look at the Gorosei. They're all so old looking, and they've been around looking that old for like super fucking long, you know, right? So who knows how long they've been there. Like, look at Garling. Garling was a young dude. He was a young man. He grew up as a boy. Now he's a Gorosei member. He might be stuck looking that old forever now. If he has Emu's power within him, he might be stuck looking that old forever, because as long as he's connected to Emu, he can't die. Emu is making him live. He's keeping him alive. What happened when Emu took away Saturn's powers? He died. He turned to bones. I don't think Emu, like, I mean, yeah, he killed him, right? But I don't think he killed him because he did like a physical attack to him. I think just that simple action of removing and stripping the power from him is what led to his death, right? There's nothing else to sustain him. He shouldn't even be here anymore. He shouldn't exist anymore. His time has been done. Like, you know, he's from the past. He's a relic of the past. And Emu's been keeping him around. I feel like it's some shit like that, right? The Rocks, I feel like it's gonna follow in, you know, within the same boat. And who else? King Harold could. I don't know. We got to get the rest of that flashback and see how that looks, because also I want to say this panel right here, this is how King Harold was looking from the side, if you think about it. I mean, you know, his was way more silhouetted, right? And he had like a bunch of spikes coming out of his body, it looked like. But I mean, hey, what's the difference, right? What if what Emu did was like a different form of Dome Reverse? I don't know. There's too much speculation. Let's stop. Let's pull away from that. I don't know what else I could say, man. Like, if I think of something else, I will put it in the comments down below. Because I've always been thinking Emu was going to do this to Rocks, or XEBEC. I gotta keep calling him XEBEC. That's his real name. I've been thinking this could happen to XEBEC. It happened. Everybody thought that. But will the fact that XEBEC is not really dead at the end of this be true too? Will his departure from the screen, from the story, will it be like kind of obscure? Like, will it be like an Ace death? Ace died. He got a hole punched through his chest. Now, listen, it's a side note. I still think if Oda wanted to, he could write Ace to be not dead. Technically, hear me out, right? He's the son of Roger. The Marines knew that. He died right in Marine base. You know, he got a hole put through him right there. We don't know how strong Dome Reverse is. It could probably, as soon as they get possessed or Emu's power, they could probably heal up immediately. You know, you could probably heal from near death. Who knows? I don't know. And then they put him on ice, frozen. But that's a theory, though. I'm bullshitting with that. Who wants to see Zombie Ace come back to life and fight Luffy? But anyway, listen, like I said, I think this video is done. I wrapped up everything I need to say. If I think of something else to say, I will put it in a comment. I'll try not to make the comment a paragraph or an essay. But yeah, I mean, it's a good ass chapter, man. I can't wait until the next one. XEBEC is going crazy. Teach, I wonder how Teach is gonna remember all of this. We're getting closer to, like, it's just so many questions. I can't just keep asking random questions here. That's why I said I'll type it, because I also wonder, how is Teach gonna know his true history? Who the fuck is gonna tell it to him? I don't think this little ugly baby is gonna be able to remember anything that's going on right now. So how is he gonna know that his father is who he is and what that means? Because he obviously knows what that means when he says, I want to conquer the world. And who's the world? The world is Mu. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let me know what you think. I'm out. Okay, boom. Listen. That's the end of the YouTube video portion. I almost forgot I was still live streaming, but hey, look. Stop talking. I could trim that out. That's a whole YouTube video. Now, I am talking to the live now, but listen. Ain't nobody even here anyway, so this shit don't matter. I'm in the live too, you know. If y'all was watching live, I had a couple people come in live. Hey. If you fucks with it, you fucks with it. If you don't, you don't. Hey. I'm gonna do another One Piece stream whenever I get the chance. I might start streaming, reading other shit, or I'll just record it, because I do got some other videos cooking up, you know. Editing takes more time than recording real time. But I guess I'm on live stream. Ain't nothing else to do. I'm just talking at this point. The sooner I get out of here, I can go trim that portion of the live out that I just made, because I just made a video in live time. I'm about to trim it out. Go watch that video. You'll see it in like 15 minutes. You can go watch the video I just made. I'm out.